Well, hello girls and gays. It's time for me to ruin your childhood some more by reading one of your classic Disney movies to filth. Today's victim, the 1989 classic film, The Little Mermaid. Today's video request came from heroine Rachel Moyer, so if you don't like what I have to say, blame her. If you have any more requests for any more shady movie reads, then just leave it in the comment section down below. I might oblige, I might not, deal with it. But last night as I was in bed, I rewatched the beloved 1989 classic, The Little Mermaid. And honey, this film, problematic. Like naming your child Daenerys, she's not aged well. Gather round, children, as mama tells you a heartfelt story about interspecies bestiality. Our story is about a wide-eyed, headstrong, lovesick teenage mermaid called Ariel, who longs for a life on land because her rich, privileged life as the daughter of King Triton, ruler of the seven seas, is just so darn difficult. I mean, for a planet that's 80% water, I can see where she's coming from. 7 oceans for her to explore certainly has its limitations. And she also already has everything. Like seriously, she's a real material girl. She even sings a song about all the stuff that she owns. And yet she still wants more. And I thought I was a greedy bitch. She thinks she's all deep and spiritual because she wants to travel the world and fall in love with a stranger from an exotic land. But really, she's just a hormonal, stroppy 16-year-old who confuses infatuation and attraction for love with literally the first human she sets eyes on. Thirsty bitch. I mean, all credit where credit is due. Prince Eric is a total 10. I'd let him play my recorder any day. But some advice to you, Ariel, if you're listening, honey. There's plenty of fish in that big old ocean of yours. But the fish clitoris wants what the fish clitoris wants, so she trades her voice to the sea witch called Ursula in exchange for a pair of legs. Only thing is, she has to kiss Prince Eric in 3 days or she'll be turned back into a mermaid and belong to Ursula. I don't know what education Ariel received in mermaid finishing school, but she clearly never majored in business. Ursula, on the other hand, she's a fantastic businesswoman. She says she's a girl with an eye for a bargain, but honey, she flogged that girl a dead horse. I think even Lord Sugar would offer her a job. But Ariel was an easy target for Ursula to exploit because Ariel knows how to write, but she doesn't possess the brain power to write down her story to tell Prince Eric what happened to her. Sweet girl, but not that bright. But you just gotta love the messages for young girls in this movie. Honey, if you want a man, you gotta change everything about yourself. Remember your position, ladies. You're meant to be seen and not heard. And make good choices, like abandon your family and friends to marry a man that you've known for a grand total of 120 hours. James Franco had a longer relationship with a boulder, and he tore his own arm off. But I'm sure your marriage will be long and happy. What can I say? I'm a total optimist. And what's deliciously ironic is when Ariel becomes a human, she's serving total fish. See what I did there? I guess what spanks my pancake is the filmmaker's complete disregard to obey the laws of nature, science, and physics. I mean, physics is a science, but semantics. I mean, how does Ariel have a perfect blowout when she's on that rock after being submerged in water? Clearly none of the filmmakers had ever been scuba diving before they made this film, because Ariel couldn't possibly come up to the surface that fast without both her lungs popping like a balloon. It's called pressure, look it up. And while we're on that, how do the mer people even breathe down there? Do they have gills on their fishy bottoms? Where's the marine biologist when you need one? And apparently Flounder, Ariel's BFF, has super fishy strength because he can move a statue that must weigh as much as a mid-sized car all by himself. I can imagine the deleted scene of him moving the statue into a cabin looking a lot like this. And while we're on the topic of fish, how is it that some of the fish in this film are free to live their lives while others are subjugated to a life of service as chariot pullers or literal musical instruments? Yay for fish fascism. Now, despite what you might think, I was in fact born with a soul. albeit a poor, unfortunate one. But I won't lie, I can appreciate the catchy songs about greed, swindling suckers, murdering fish, and implied consent. That's right up my alley. And my first ever sex dream was about King Triton. Or at least I think it was a sex dream. I was rubbing lotion on his elbows. But still, King Triton gives his daughter away to a complete stranger who he hasn't even exchanged pleasantries with. That's some top-notch parenting right there. At the end of the film, Ariel bags her dream man, sails up into the ocean for a life of adventure, even though Prince Eric's kingdom is right on the shore. But it's so refreshing to see a film where a girl who already had everything finally get the next thing that she's always wanted. It's a real conquering adversity story. And she did it all by acting like a self-centered brat and breaking legally binding contracts. You go, girl. Hashtag role model. Just goes to show kids that everything will work out alright just as long as you're pretty and have a rich and famous father. Anyway, that concludes my read of The Little Mermaid, but it's not all about me. I want to hear from you guys. Were there any reads about this film that I missed? Embrace your inner Ariel and let your voice be heard in that comment section down below. If you have any suggestions for shady movie reads, put it in the comment section below, or you can direct message me on Twitter, Instagram. It's all there in the description. And if you want to follow me, you can hit subscribe. Anyway, as always, thanks so much for watching. Come back for more movie content with a smile.